This is an InfoBlips Podcast Network production. Today's date is August 2nd, 2024.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the weekly wrap-up with John and Yancey. My name is John Hangs, and I'm here with my co-host and friend, Yancey Seals.
What's up, John? How you doing, baby? You know, there was
I'm doing good.
News. Ain't no news this week, man. What's going on? What we gonna talk about? Nothing.
Nothing, and nothing really happened. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff going on. I guess a lot of war stuff. Please. First off, I want to say, Simone Biles. Got to say, Simone Biles, man.
You know, but you know what? Let me congratulate that sister. Sister, you did a wonderful job. But now I'm going to get on you other people, and I'm talking directly to you black folk, because you guys did this. You guys are worried about this lady's hair. You guys put on Facebook about her fucking hair. This lady is out there doing her thing, breaking all kind of records for us. They're not necessarily for us, our community. And you guys are fucking worried about her goddamn hair. You ought to be shaming yourselves. Shame.
You know what? Those, and I'm just gonna call it like it is. Them black women who did that, I want to see them go out and do a half hour of her practice. Not her routine, her practice. And if you can do that, then you can talk. If other than that, then shut the hell up. You want to spend $100,000 on your stupid ass weave, then you go right ahead. You know, but that really angered me. And it wasn't the first. It happened last time. It happened the last time.
They did the same thing to Gabby Douglas. They did the same thing to Gabby Douglas.
The Gabby Douglas, you're right.
All I can say is maybe you hate yourselves. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe
you know what it is, man? You know what it is? They do. And I'm going to tell you what it is. It's, to me, here's my opinion, okay? It's a brainwashing effect. They have been totally brainwashed to love European look. So they have to look European, right? And if you don't look European, then they don't think it's successful. They don't think it's beautiful, okay? And I'm telling you, man, these people that use all these weaves and all that junk, okay, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But don't talk about somebody who's using what God gave them naturally, and this woman has defied gravity. She's learned to use gravity. Yeah. You know, there are scientists that's looking at how the heck does this woman jump 11 feet in the air and do twists and tumbles before she comes down on her feet.
On her feet.
And then these people are talking about, oh, but look at her hair.
Her edges.
No.
You know, that boiled me.
That burned me up. It did. It burned me up with Gabby Douglas, and it burns me up now.
Yeah,
and
the fact that she had to,
I know, right? The fact that she had to go, that she didn't have to, but she chose to go on online and say, hey, it's humid out here. I'm sitting in the bus as well. You don't have to do that. You don't have to bow down to these people. You know, all I can say is, you know what? Much respect. And you know, she's the greatest in the world. She's the greatest gymnast ever in the world. I'm so happy for her. You do your thing, sister. Keep doing your thing. Okay. That's and these haters gonna hate. Let them hate. Haters are gonna hate. Let them hate.
That's right.
Speaking of haters, did you see Donald Trump at the Black Journalist Conference meeting?
Is he the one he was asking whether is he that guy, the orange dude who was asking whether Harris was Asian or black?
Black. Man, this guy, see, and this guy, so in case you guys don't know, Donald Trump chose to go to the it was a Black Journalists Association meeting conference. They have it every year. It's a huge conference. And he chose to go there, and he was asked questions when he sat down. Now, the thing I can say is I have much respect for the commentators, because they didn't do like everybody else. Former President Trump, how you doing today? She went straight at him, you know, with really serious, not just her, all of them went straight at. Now, you look at Donald Trump, he's being put to task by black women. Oh, my God. And then he goes on there and says that Harris she was Indian. All this time she was Indian. Then she decides to become black. How does someone become black?
She was always identified as black everything. The first black DA in California, the first black vice president. She was always identified as black. Always.
always has. And so let's put some fact check in it. Her mother was born in India, and her father was born in Jamaica. She has
Mhm.
always said that she was an Indian American and black. Okay. It wasn't like she's been saying, oh, I'm Indian. And then I want to ask Don, I wish I'd been there. Which Indian are you talking about? The one that Christopher Columbus said was Indian when they were here? Natives or which Indian are you talking about? Because I am through. I am, and they did exactly what they were supposed to do. How do you deal with a bully? How do you deal
Mhm.
with a bully? You go straight at them. The schoolyard bully,
Yeah.
you don't run from them, you don't hide from them, you go straight at them. Okay.
Mhm.
And that's what
You
these
attack 'em.
women did. And I respect them. And he had
Mhm.
no answer. See,
Well,
just like he has no answer for Kamala Harris. That's why he's not going to debate her. You said it what is it,
mhm.
2 weeks ago? You said
He
he's
ain't gonna
not
do
going
it.
to debate her. I
Mm-mm.
want him to debate her, but he's
Ain't
not
happening.
because he's afraid.
She's goaded him also. She said, if you got something to say to me, say it to my damn face. But she
I
didn't say
like
damn.
that. Yeah, I like that. She said, the way that's why I'm like, oh, this is getting serious. Because when a black woman says, if you got something to say it to my face. It's
Yeah.
on,
Those fight words,
and
man.
that's
Knock
right.
this
And
chip
I'm
off
I'm
my
ready.
shoulder. Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm glad she's like that. I
Yeah.
want her to be aggressive. She's a prosecutor. Be aggressive. Go at this
That's
punk.
that's where we need to have been. We've always need to be on the aggressive side. We're taking
Yes.
too many blows, who make too many shots to the head. We need to have some defense, put some blocks up, and now start throwing some blows so we can get back on offense. Hey John, how you like my shirt, man? Check my shirt out, bro.
I know. I love that shirt, man. I'm gonna get me
Boom,
one of those.
boom.
I have to get one of those. I definitely
Oh,
do.
yeah, she my girl.
That's right.
That's all.
That's right. I am so happy, man. Oh my God. It's fired up a lot of people that we didn't think was gonna get fired up. But it has. And the way she's
Yeah,
coming at it is
yeah,
wonderful. You are a prosecutor. Go
yeah.
at this boy like he is dirt, because that's exactly what he is.
Hmm.
He's a felon. And he's trying to make everybody believe that he's some kind of, above everybody. He's holier than thou and all that kind of crap. I'm done with
Hmm.
Donald Trump, man, and I'm glad. Like, here's my opinion is this: we should always stay on offense,
Hmm.
always attack, 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 attack. I don't care what he says. Attack, attack, attack. Never allow him to put you on defense.
Hmm.
Just continue attack.
That's
If you
right.
continue attacking this boy, first off, he's gonna melt down.
Hmm.
Okay, because he ain't used to that. Okay, and it throws him off his game. All right. He's used to everybody going, oh, wait, Donald Trump said that I'm not American. I got an American pass. I got an American, birth certificate. Look, no, you don't even acknowledge it.
Hmm.
See, we give it credit when we acknowledge it. Don't
Yeah,
acknowledge it. Keep
yeah.
moving.
Don't give him any oxygen at all. Don't give him no oxygen. When he get
None. There
oxygen,
you
he starts
go.
breathing. You don't want to get no oxygen. Give him nothing. So that's what you do. Give him
Give
nothing.
him nothing. So I commend them. He left the what is it? He left the conference or the interview. And it was supposed to be an hour, and he left it a half an hour in because had nothing else to say.
Pretty upset. He was pretty upset. Well, the thing
Yeah, he was
they
mad.
questioned him is the things he said. They questioned him only about the things he said, nothing more.
See, and everything was a legitimate question.
Hmm.
Every question that those women asked were legitimate questions,
Hmm.
right? That I wish that a lot of other journalists would ask, and instead of kissing his behind and asking stupid questions, ask these things. Ask him to qualify what he's been saying,
Hmm.
and he can't. He really can't. He has nothing. Donald Trump and his campaign are scared. They have nothing. They have
Yeah.
nothing. They're trying to, well, what about policy? What about it? Donald Trump doesn't have a platform. He doesn't have a policy. 2025 is the only thing that he has.
Hmm.
And speaking of 2025,
Yeah. 2025. The project 2025.
Project 2025, did you hear that their administrator stepped down? Oh,
I
yeah.
hope everybody heard about. I heard about the news a couple days ago. Yeah,
Yep.
she left.
It-
She said, no,
yeah.
no, no, I can't get behind this sister. I think it was. I think it was a black lady. And
Yeah.
she said she
I'm
can't do
done.
it. Can't do
I'm
it.
done. See, and he's trying to say, oh, I know nothing about it when his campaign people worked on it.
Mhm.
You know, look, the 2025 Project 2025 is the playbook, and the thing of it is that every people that looked at, he didn't think nobody was going to look at. They said 900 pages. Everybody's going to go like, yeah, okay, you know. But no, people went and started looking at it and read it. And I did we did a whole 2-part special on Project 2025. Okay,
Mhm.
please look for it. Please go and check it out. It explains, it's not the whole thing, but explains the important parts that's going to affect our lives.
Mhm.
And Project 2025 is going to be what Donald Trump is going to put into effect the moment, day one, when he steps into office.
You guys know you can always download that Project 2025 also. And I'm not saying you read the whole thing, but if you want to, you're tired, you got nothing to do, go ahead and read the whole 924 pages. But just look at the headings, the index pages, and they tell you what things are about. It's good, interesting.
It's
So,
very interesting, and it's very telling of exactly
mhm.
what Donald Trump is going to do, Republicans are going to do if they get into office again, if and when they get into office again. And like I said on the podcast, it's up to you.
Mhm.
You
You know what?
can affect this. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
You can affect this. All you
Mhm.
have to do is vote. You don't have to grab a gun. You ain't got to stand in the line. You ain't got to go out on the street corner. You ain't got to hold up a sign. All you
Mhm.
have to do is vote.
Mhm.
Go
Yeah,
out and vote Donald Trump out of existence.
yeah, yeah. Vote him off the island. I think there's just a lot of excitement around Sister Harris and her campaign and what things she's doing. It reminds me of 2008 when Barack came in on the scene.
Yeah,
She's doing a whole lot better than him with regards to the money being raised, because obviously it's different times.
yeah,
But she is doing a phenomenal job. People are excited. I'm only concerned about, not for us, her end, is that you don't win an election by popular vote. The popular vote don't
yeah.
win elections. Ask Hillary Clinton. She got to concentrate on those battleground states and getting those electoral votes. That's where you're going to win. Nowhere else.
You're right. The Electoral College, the electoral votes are the only way you can win an election in the United States.
Mhm.
And like you said, she has to concentrate on them, and she has to go at it, go at those battleground states, at the ones that have the most electors. Okay. So that way, when the vote comes in, she'll be on top. Um,
Right. We know
Popular
where they
vote.
come from on the West Coast. We know we own or manage just about everything on the West Coast, from Washington right down to right almost down to all of California and some of the Vegas and some of Arizona. But it's those other states we need to be real concerned about. Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and North Carolina, South Carolina, those,
Yes, yes,
Virginia.
those states, very important. And I'm pretty sure she has an intelligent campaign manager, so I'm pretty sure they're going to jump on that. Hopefully they are, and I know they are. They're probably going to jump on that. I don't know who Harris is going to pick as her running mate,
Who do you
but
want?
it's going to be. Hmm?
Who do you want?
I don't know at this time. I really don't, man. I don't
Yeah.
know who would be the best choice. What about you?
I think my choice is have to be someone who's going to deliver a state for us. That's either going to be Pennsylvania, Shapiro, or Waltz down there in Minnesota. Those are two battleground states, and I think they can deliver those to you. I wouldn't go with Gretchen, because we're already winning that state by 51%.
Yeah,
But hey, and she can deliver for us without us going over there and pulling her out. I'll get Shapiro, because right now we're losing Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
I'll go Shapiro, and I'll either go Waltz down there in Minnesota. That's what
Hmm.
I would do.
That's a good suggestion. Pennsylvania is good. Superior would be a excellent choice.
Yeah,
I think either one of the one, like you said, those two gentlemen would be an excellent choice. I just want to get her to, let's choose it and let's hit the road running. It's supposed to be,
yeah,
what is it, Tuesday? I think it is
uh,
Tuesday in
yeah.
Pennsylvania.
Tuesday. Hmm.
So let's hit it. Let's hit it and hit the road running. I mean, hard. And the thing is, I saw something the other day. I'm going to be reposting when it said Donald and then it said Don Old.
Don Old.
Uh,
They don't bring it up anymore, do they?
nah, they're not bringing up how age anymore. Let's
See,
bring up age. Let's bring up
if I
the
was
only
her,
thing.
I would.
I would too. I would also. One of the things that I find interesting is that they're not bringing up age anymore, but his campaign doesn't want him to campaign on her race. He can't help it. He can't help it. That's who he
You know,
is.
that's who he is. Their only campaign, their only ad against her is about the border. That's where their fight is, the border. They didn't have nothing else. The fight is the border. Nothing else. What else they
You
gonna fight
know,
about?
did you hear that the immigrants there it's the lowest it's been in 40 years?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
40
Yeah,
years. So
yeah.
I mean, and it's been like that for a while. It's been having a downward trend like that for a while.
That's
So
right.
what are you going to argue about with the border, and especially since the Republicans they worked on a border deal. The
Uh-huh.
Republicans for 6 months they worked on a border deal. It was wonderful. We want this, we want that. Biden finally said, "Fine, let's just do this. I want to close the border. I want to get this going." Okay, they were getting ready to vote on it. Donald Trump said, "Hold it, you can't
Hold it.
vote yes
This
on
is
that."
Donald. This is Donald Trump. Cut that shit out, please. Okay. And that's what they did.
And that's what they did. I
He
have nothing to
called.
run on. If y'all do that, I have nothing else to run on. So what did the Republicans do? That's what I'm saying. What did they do? They killed it. So
Killed the
don't
deal.
tell me that you're running for the. Don't tell me about border. Don't talk to
Yeah.
me about border.
Yeah. I'll throw that shit in their face so many damn times, man.
I would,
It'll be up in their face all the time.
and
That'll be my first question
that's
to
what
him.
has. Yeah, that's what has to
Did you
happen.
not call Congress and ask Congress to kill that deal?
Did you do that? Did you do that, Donald?
I bet he
And
says
why
no.
did you do that?
I bet he
You know,
says no.
he can say no, but we all know it's the truth. I hope they have a tape somewhere. We all know it's true. Everybody. Well, with Donald Trump, a lie always comes out of his mouth. He never. He has. I don't think that man know the truth if it hits him in the face. He's
And don't
always
really
lying.
care
How
if
do
there's
you?
a video on it.
That's
Don't care if
right.
it's
There you go.
video. He said that's doctored. Fake
Yeah,
news.
it ain't me. That's not me. So I think that, and I don't really. I think we should quit focusing on the Trump campaign and focus more on the Harris campaign, and let
Hmm.
let let Donald Trump do Donald Trump, because that's what's going to kill him. You give people enough rope to hang themselves with, right? She's a prosecutor. She knows how to prosecute people and make them
Hmm.
hang themselves. Make him hang himself.
Right.
And that's what needs to be happening with him. I think that we got an exciting time coming. We got 97 more days before we vote.
Hmm.
So go out, do whatever you have to do to please vote. I don't care if they ask you to do cartwheels, go do cartwheels and vote. Okay, we need you to vote. We need you
And we
to
need
get
you
out
to
and
vote
vote.
and support this sister right here.
That's
Support
right.
that sister right
We
there.
need you to vote blue throughout the whole ticket.
And
Okay, if
you
you
know
never
what? I'm gonna say this, but and I've never been a Kamala Harris fan. I just never have. I'm sorry. I got some things, but I'm not gonna be the one. I'm not gonna be the one, the black man who's not gonna vote for that sister. I'm not gonna be that person. I'm sorry. Well, if somebody says, "Well, why are you voting because she's black?" You did it because they white. You put
That's
white
right,
men there because they white all the damn time. Why
all
you
the time.
anyway, I'm not gonna answer that question. But anyway, support that sister, get her in the office. I think she's gonna be good for us and America. Support that
It's
sister.
really interesting. There was this a friend of mine, she's Argentinian, and the other day, just out of the blue, she asked asked somebody who was in the room with me, and I wasn't even paying attention, but I just listening. She goes, who you going to vote for? So the person said, well, I'm not voting for Donald Trump, and she said, well, I'm not voting for Kamala Harris. I said, why? And I looked her right in the face. I don't even, man, it was just a response. I usually just opt out of those things. Something
Mhm.
hit me as soon as she said that. I went, why? She goes, well, I said, why? Explain to me why you will not vote for her. Explain for me what you heard. Well, I mean, I don't know if she's ever done anything. I went, never done anything? Did you Google her now? Look at your phone, Google her. Okay. She's like, they said, don't worry about them. Google what she did. Okay. Google who she is. Right. Then it was
Mhm.
like, and every point she brought up, I brought up the facts. Right. And she just went, I don't know. I went, see, this is the whole thing. You don't know. So what I suggest you do, and she's a friend, and I'm sorry, I was hard. What I suggest you do is before you decide to say you're not going to vote for this woman, go and check it out. And what you're going to do, vote for Donald Trump? Well, I might vote for a Green Party. I said, that's throwing away your vote. Green parties are not going to win. If you vote for a Green Party, you're voting for Donald Trump. They want you to do some crap like that. You know, and yeah, okay. You know, okay. She opted to, okay. She's okay. You're right. Okay. And I'm like, I don't even know why I went on. It was like a pit bull attack, man. I was like, let me calm down, son. You know? Because I'm tired of it.
Yeah, it's different. People are just voting for people just for the heck of it, or what things they heard. They're not voting for the person because things they heard. I heard it wasn't this. I heard this when it because understand. Vice presidents are basically irrelevant. They're basically irrelevant. They're not going to move the needle one way or the other. They didn't do a whole lot because they don't do a whole lot. They're there to undergird support the president and his agenda. They're the same thing. Tell me one vice president that really made a difference. Give me one.
Oh no, actually.
None.
I can't think of one. Yeah, I can't think of one. Yeah. I mean,
I'll even ask a person who was the vice president for Daddy George. People don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
One? They don't remember the vice president. The versus it's the page. By the way, it's a potato guy. Dan Quayle. That's who it was.
Dan Quayle. Dan Potato. Yeah.
So people just running their mouth talking. So
and they don't understand. You know, like I told them, this is important. Don't be sitting back talking about you don't know. You don't know. Find out. Again, like I said the other day, ignorance is not an excuse anymore. You're holding in your hand instead of playing whatever game that you play, instead of looking at TikTok reels, right? Ask your phone a question. If you hit that little dot on the bottom and you say, hey, what did Kamala Harris do before she became vice president? Guess what? Your phone is going to tell you. You know, so I wish people would start using the apparatus that they have, the technology that they have to. I mean, you can go back to playing your games after that, but at least get educated. You know, ignorance is no excuse for anything anymore. Anyway, that's just me. Oh man, okay. Let's change gears. Chicka. Israel. Israel attacking what is it? They went to Beirut. They did a drone attack, I think, in Beirut. And then they also attacked what is it? I got a brain frog. My whole thing is this, okay? Iran is saying that they call for a full-on attack against Israel. And I asked this question, and I really want to ask this question to people. Israel took out one of Hamas's head people 1,000 miles away by a drone attack. 1,000 miles away. They knew exactly where this man was. They knew exactly who he was with. They knew, and by the way, they killed two people, a young lady and a child. They knew all of this, but they can't seem to find the hostages that's in their backyard. They can't seem to find these people in the tunnels that they created. Let's make this plain. All right. But they can't find them, but they could fly a drone 1,000 miles away and pull up a precision attack, a precise attack. Does that make sense to you?
Well, to me, it doesn't. This whole Israel, Hamas, and Iran deal is totally crazy. I don't have a whole lot of good things to say about Israel. I think that it's totally wrong what they're doing, destroying lives and genocide. If you don't like what I'm saying, I'm sorry. Fuck you. You don't like it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's just what it is. Israel's been trying to fight for them for a long damn time. And hey man, I don't care about that.
They're gonna get mad. They're gonna say that Hezbollah fired a drone or fired a missile and it hit inside Israel and it went onto a soccer field. I want to bring people back to pre 9/11. when the FBI put out a report that's saying that Israel has the capability of forming an attack and telling someone else that someone else pulled that attack off and not them, and fooling everybody into thinking it's somebody else. All right. Netanyahu wants this war. He wants the war with Iran because I don't know why, but he wants this war with Iran. I think he's just evil. But the thing of it is that the United States now, if Iran attacks Israel, they're going to come in. I'm against that. Look, Israel is making their own bed. Okay, they're attacking people that, okay, well, people are attacking Israel. You got to understand, this land that Israel sits on is stolen.
It's a terrible situation, and Netanyahu is, first of all, Netanyahu is a terrible guy. He's a terrible man. He's like evil. Just like that the orange dude running around in the United States over there in Florida. He got convictions. He's been indicted. Just like the other guy, the orange dude in Florida, same thing. Indicted. He's a criminal. He's a war criminal. They're looking for his ass right now. They're looking for his ass.
He's not going to go anywhere where the world court can grab him, because they're going to grab him.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. And people, I know these people who are diehard religious people are saying that, oh, well, they are the God's people. It was forewritten in the Bible that everybody was going to turn against Israel, and Israel was going to be attacked, and that at the last minute, God's going to come through and save them. Okay. There is a reason why they're doing what they're doing, because they're evil. The Zionists that run that country, they're evil. And they want this war. You guys don't get it. They want this war. Right? If they didn't, we wouldn't have a war right now. It wouldn't be a problem. Right. If Israel wanted to find the people that were taken hostage, they could find them. That's why Israel is so important in the Middle East, because of their intelligence. The Mossad, their intelligence is the best in the world. And you're going to tell me that you can't find people that's sitting in your backyard. Okay.
I just don't trust Netanyahu. I don't trust a word to come out his mouth. I just can't trust nothing he says. He is no good. He's got to go right now. His poll numbers, his approval rating is somewhere in the neighborhood of 29%.
Yeah, they hate him.
Come on, man. They go.
They do not like this man, but he is running their country right now. And there's an article in the New York Times about, and I know I'm going to switch from it, about Venezuela. It's basically not switching, because it's a strong man, an authoritarian, the same as Netanyahu, and the same thing that Donald Trump is trying to do with America. And it's a very important article on how Venezuela got to where they are now. Okay. And the path that they're following is just like the path that we are following in America right this day. And it's up to you to stop it. All you got to do is vote. Vote blue. Just vote.
Just vote. And think about what you're voting for. When you get in that voting, think about what you're doing. I'm just going, man. Think about it. How do you want to live? How do your kids want to live? What is it you want? Well, things eggs cost a little more. Milk costs, bread costs more. I'm voting red because our inflation is too high. You know what?
No.
Idiot person. Eggs cost more today than they did 2 years ago. Eggs cost more today than they did 3 years ago. You're a victim of inflation. I'm sorry, man. Eggs cost $1.60 something cents a carton now. I'm sorry.
Look, again, we have to look at, people are looking at inflation and they're looking at prices, and the government basically has nothing. Well, the president basically has nothing to do with that. Most of the time, it's the corporate America that's raising the prices. And right now, we don't have any. We used to, back in the old days, competition. I remember back in the old days when they had the gas station, they had gas wars. Like on one person on one corner dropped theirs 2 cents. The people across the street dropped theirs 3 cents. 2.5 cents. We used to do that. Now
Yeah.
they can't do that. You know why? Because it's a conglomerate. They own everything. The same
Mhm.
corporation owns five or six. You can't have competition when you own everything. When there's like only 6 or 7 companies that own just about everything in the United States that we use.
Right. Right.
I
Absolutely.
mean, this inflation thing is nothing but is nothing at all. But it's just a scare tactic that's being used. The Federal Reserve, and it has nothing to do with the United States. The Federal Reserve prints money out of thin air. They
Mhm.
did that back in the 70s when Nixon took us off the gold standard.
Mhm.
Okay. So before it used to be like you could you give a $32 and you can get an ounce of gold. That was back in the 70s. You
Mhm.
can't do that now because we're
No.
off of the gold standard. So they're printing money out of thin air, and inflation is coming out of thin air. They can reduce it if they want to.
Mhm.
They don't want to.
So, leave it alone. It's part of life. Hey, and guess what? Then we die.
Yeah,
Mhm. Then you die. It is what it is, man.
it is what it is. It is what it is, man. I just I don't know. I'm looking at America right now, and I'm telling everyone, please fact check everything that you hear.
Yeah.
Fact check everything that you hear,
Yeah, especially when
because
you go into
there's
these voting booths, makes these very all important, very, very smart, very important decisions. Fact check.
yeah, fact check. If you want to send me the question to infoblips@activist.com, and you send the question, I'll answer the question for you. I'll show you where
Don't
I get the answers
send them
from.
to Yancey. Don't send them to Yancey because he may send you down the wrong trail. Don't send them to Yancey.
You can send them to me, man. And I will do the best I can to give you all of the verifiable factual information, because there's just too much disinformation out here now, man. I mean,
Yeah.
you got to you have to fact check everything you see, everything you hear, because a lot of this stuff is not real.
Hmm.
But they'll push it like it is real, and they'll have us all manipulated, psychologically manipulated and everything. I mean, until we vote against our best interest.
Hmm.
And that's what normally is starting to happen. So I fact check everything. You can go to AP. I use AP as a fact check network. I use another company as fact checkers. Bellingcat, the Bellingcat Corporation. I've actually used them a lot of times. They're really good at factual checking things. So I mean, fact check before you say, "Oh yeah, this is real,"
Hmm.
or go along and believe in it, because it's not.
Right. Right. So.
Artemis 2. I want to end on the really top. Artemis 2, man. The poster just came out. That's the NASA team that's going to fly behind the moon and around the moon. And guess who's on that team, man?
I don't know.
Victor Glover Jr.
Is he? Okay.
Yes,
Everybody
he
knows Victor
is.
Glover
Yes, he
Jr.,
is.
right?
Yep.
Hometown hero.
Hometown, you know Victor Glover, and Cynthia Maxwell, them. Basically, people who grew up where we grew up, them. The best of Pomona is going to be on that team, Artemis 2. It's a very important, extremely important mission, and he is going to be the pilot of that mission. I can't even. I read that and I saw the poster, and I'm going to be. I posted it on Facebook, but I'm gonna be doing a lot of posting on that too. It's really, really, really important, and
Mhm.
I'm proud of that. I'm proud of them. Congratulations.
Yeah. First of all, I know he's done some marvelous work. I want to talk real quickly about his hair, though.
His what?
His hair.
Oh
His-
God.
I know he's done some wonderful things. I
Yeah,
realize that, but
but
his
I
hair
want.
game is
But,
John. I got to talk about his hair.
where did he get it cut? I mean, I don't
He
know who
cuts
did
a
his
lot.
line.
How
Who did his
stupid did that sound?
exactly? It sounds dumb. Who did your line, brother? I don't know. I know you're getting ready to pilot a spaceship that has never been piloted before around the moon, but who did your line?
Yeah.
Come on, man. That is so stupid. And I very rarely I tell my grandson says, Grandpa, you don't call people stupid. We taught him that. But that, I'm sorry, is stupid.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Yep.
But but that's where we are now in America. Ain't that America? That's where we are now, man. Hey, so man, how's the weather out there in Vegas, brother?
Right now it's about 103 right now. It's about 11:35. It's supposed to get to about 107 today. So we're starting to cool down, moving into the finer months a year in Las Vegas, moving into
Now,
fall and shit.
I'm gonna tell you, the patio weather in Vegas is some of the best in the world. I
Mhm.
can tell you, like when it gets underneath 100, it gets to 70s and 80s and stuff. We call that patio weather. It's some of the
Mhm.
best in the world. The days and the nights are really cool. You can barbecue, hang out on your patio, and that's really nice. It's cooling off here, but well, it ain't cooling off here. It's humid as heck out here on the East Coast. And
Yeah.
I just had an air conditioner installed, man. It's just and a dehumidifier because it's humid and it's hot. But now it's cool because I got the air conditioner blowing, so I'm happy.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's thanks, man. Your hair's not frizzed up or nothing. You look good,
I
bro.
know, right? You ain't letting that go, are you? Hey, man, and so if you guys, I mean, I'm a big Olympic fan. We've always been huge Olympic fans in my household. Huge. We watch the opening ceremonies. I know as people don't, we watch the closing ceremony. Look at the medal count and everything, and it runs all day in the background at our house on most of the TVs. But the thing is, man, is that the cream is rising to the top, brother. You can watch the cream rise to the top.
Mhm.
There are some very talented young Black people out there that are actually really doing the thing.
Yeah.
And, my hat's off to them. In order to get to the Olympics, it takes dedication and hard work.
Yeah.
And the cream is rising to the top, man. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it's really, really is a good thing.
Yeah.
Good
The
thing to
thing
see.
we see them in their environment right now. We don't see what it took them and the sacrifice they had to make in order to get there. But we just look at, oh, that's easy. We can do that. They just doing that. They ain't done. They just running. That's not true. They got a lot of work. They got to maintain your bodies. That's a lot of work and a lot of
Man,
money too.
yeah, a
So
lot of
yeah,
money and everything you eat, everything you breathe, what you put
right.
into your body, all your workouts,
Mhm.
everything matters. And these people put it all on the line, to be the best of the best. As his brother, I guess his name is Trevor Noah. I mean, he is going to be the best.
Mhm.
He's running the 100 and the 200. I'm like,
Mhm.
yes, I'm all for him. There's just a lot of people that are doing a lot of good things, a lot of young Black people that are doing a lot of good things, and not just on the American side in Paris and in other countries that the
Mhm.
cream is rising to the top.
Mhm.
And I enjoy watching that. I like sports anyway. I didn't know about some of the sports. You know what? I can say this. I watch rugby. I'm a rugby fan. Okay, I'm a rugby fan, brother. I will
Mhm.
look when I look at rugby and I think about the NFL. I'm like going, why do y'all have pads again? These people in rugby, brother, they be on it. They
Yeah,
be, why do y'all
hit
have
hard.
pads? Yeah, they hit
Mhm.
hard. You see them
Mhm.
scrum and they be like, I'm like, so why do they have pads again? I mean, come on, man. I
Yeah.
don't know about all that.
Mhm.
But I watched that. I watched the American women win bronze in I just said the name.
Yeah.
I watched them, and it's really, 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 really rugby. It's really, really, really good, man. And I enjoy watching sports. I didn't know nothing about handball. And I'm not talking about hitting the ball against the wall. This is like serious, different,
Yeah.
totally different stuff. Field hockey, didn't know nothing about that. Watch that. It was really good. I like that. The swimming, Ledecky, man, this woman, she can swim her. She's a
Off.
great swimmer. Yeah, she's a
Mhm.
great swimmer.
Yeah. Well, no, I think that's identified her as the most decorated female of all time.
Really?
Yeah, of all time.
Wow. That's she can. I mean, look, she had lapped in people. She was going the other way when people were just not even finishing. She was
Right.
swimming past the people going. I'm
Right.
like, wow, she's really good. And then there's a brother who was coaching the American team and won gold just last night. And I'm sorry I forget his name, but I will put it in the edits. Yeah, he won gold medal last night, and he coached the team. I mean, I'm like, yeah, cream is rising to the top, brother. You guys keep it up. Keep it up.
It's exciting. It's exciting. It's exciting.
Anyway, man, what else we want to? Is that how we want to? Anything else you want to talk about?
Now, as you want to talk about more about Trump, but that's it. That's about it.
Oh man, I don't know. I listened to the Secret Service and their what they were talking about, why they missed the person on the roof, why they didn't cover the roof, and how they knew the guy was there, and people were telling them, citizens were telling them there were people up there. In my mind, I keep saying, man, and this had to be set up, but I don't have any proof. There's no proof, but I'm listening to what the looking at what the Secret Service does for a living, knowing, and I worked a small period of time with them when President Obama came to Las Vegas, and he stayed at the hotel that was right next door to the place that I was the manager of, Nevada Cancer Institute at the time. They're no longer in existence, and I worked with them, and we had 3 buildings that was adjacent that particular hotel, and I worked with them for like about a week. And I can tell you that it doesn't make sense to me for them not covering that. They went over every inch of the rooftops in that area. We had 3 buildings. We walked every inch of it. There's a guy there with a viewfinder. There was a guy walking around with binoculars. We were all on the roof at one time. Like when they said that they didn't check the roof, I'm like, going, what? It's not just the roof, but windows down beneath the roof, and it's crazy.
They saw that he was up there. They saw him up there. The question is, how come they didn't do nothing?
That's the question.
The question is, why did Trump still come out?
That's the question.
Yeah,
they knew he was there. I just again, there was something that wasn't right about that whole thing. And for him to be able to all of a sudden tell them to stop, wait, and then go, fight. That was like scripted for TV, and I'm like, okay, all right. But again, I don't have any proof, and I deal with verifiable factual information. So I'm just saying what I saw. And what I saw, it put into question everything I know that the Secret Service does. So
right. There you go.
Anyway, I think that's it for me right now, man. That's it. That's it for me. You have nothing else to talk about.
We are. Our time has expired.
Listen, guys. So listen. See us next week, guys. Okay, we'll be here. If something happens really important, we're gonna be out there on it. Yes.